Hello, everyone. This is Owen Wall Street with the TradersPerspective.com, doing my weekly edition of my bi-weekly video updates. It's Wednesday evening. Before you have natural gas. Taking a look at the weekly time frame just to kind of get an idea of what's happening with the price action of natural gas. I know that I've been looking at this head and shoulders pattern. Some of you that have been following and subscribing to my videos will recall that I did mention that it looks like this head and shoulders pattern is going to fully play out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was right on 100% on this call here, but I'm not going to say that I was necessarily wrong either. And the reason why that is because I'm still not convinced in this move in natural gas. We do have a little bit of a heat wave going on, so that might be how this pump job is happening right here, as far as I'm concerned. I just don't see a nice clean move here for natural gas at this present time. I do see, we do have a lot of resistance. We're running back into this 50 period simple moving average on this weekly time frame. I'll drop down to the other time frames momentarily. It's just, we have retaken this uptrend line, which is good for the bulls. Now the question is, are they going to be able to hold it? So as prices are presently, I am not interested in taking a position in natural gas. I would rather be later to the party with a confirmation than gambling and being wrong and then suffering losses. I'm not in the business of doing that. I'd rather have a nice, clear, precise, you know, confirmation of what's happening. Still, I have a bearish cross on my moving averages, and they've both now crossed below the 50, which is typically not good for the price action of the security that they are on. So let's drop down to the daily time frame and get a better idea of exactly what the hell's going on here. So again, we have broken out of this downtrend line here. We had an aggressive candlestick here where we still look like have a little bit of a gap here. We had a nice powerful move back up after we got back above this weekly uptrend line here, and now we are pretty much in no man's land. I'm going to show you why. So again, this is a daily time frame. We're resisting. Excuse me here. We are resisting. Jesus, that wasn't that difficult. We're resisting this 50 period and this 200 here, and so we have a death cross on this daily time frame. Not good for price action. If you're not familiar with what that means, please learn the basics. Look up what I'm saying. Just look up death cross and what that means. We have the 50 slipping under the 200 here, and as you can see here already, prices are seeing some profit taking. Now, on a lower level, like the 4-hour time frame, you know, this is what we're dealing with here. So we popped above this trend line, went below, and here we are popping back up. So again, here you can see that gap that I was referring to right around here. So, myself personally, I hate gaps. Natural gas does a great job of using them. If there's a gap in the chart and it's not in a direction I'm going to take it, then I'm not going to play it. So that is the main reason why I'll be standing on the sidelines. The other reason is this, okay? If I'm going to be placing a trade on this, I'm going to be probably biased to the short side. Now I'm going to show you why. So we have this 200 period simple moving average on the 4-hour time frame acting as a resistance. Now, going back in time, you can see the relative importance of this. When price is below, if it does break above, it's got to hold it. So once See, back here we had the 50 crossing the 200 in a positive golden cross fashion, and then we had it bearish crossing here. So that has not changed. So the only way that price is going to continue to do well is if we see the price action maintain above this 50 period simple moving average here. So that's going to be the key. If price can, like it came down here after a nice gap up, back on June 26th or June 26th, then price came back down after hitting this 200, and then we tried to bounce again. We had a gap down, and then you could see that it was just a resistance. Now we've broken above it again, hit the 200, failed to hold 200, and now we're trying to hold support at around this 2.97 level. I don't buy it personally, so I'm not trying to be overly bearish here, but again, I'm not trying to give you false hopes that there is a new trend developing here. It's just probably just a small seasonality that has it a little bit bullish right now. The inventories are still very high for natural gas. So as production news has been coming out lately for oil, it's been seeing some decent draws, but at the same time production has increased dramatically. So those huge draws for oil spike the price intermittently. However, the price comes right back down because there's so much supply that will be coming back into the market due to this high production figures that are coming into play. So just be mindful of that, okay? I mean, it does impact natural gas, and they do share a relationship. The correlation is not as closely related as the U.S. dollar and gold. However, it does have some kind of a correlation. So again, this will be the level to watch, and this will be the level to watch. If you're going to see prices move higher, you want this weekly uptrend line here that we have gotten back above to hold. Namely, you want to see this 50 period simple moving average on this 4-hour time frame maintain price action maintained above this level. Is that going to happen? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's drop down to the lower time frames and see what's happening. So my moving averages have confirmed a sell here near this trend line at around 3.03, and price is now under my green moving average here, so that's usually not a good sign. The only thing that's good so far is that it seems like price on this hourly time frame is trying to maintain this 50 period simple moving average. Due to the aggressive angle of this, I would imagine that price may end up sinking back and hitting this 2.955 level or so. More specifically around 2.947 or so, but that's the level you want to watch on the hourly time frame. So if we do go down to here, we have to get back up. So again, as you can see back here, yes, we went below, but then we caught it back up. Okay, so the 50 period simple moving average has crossed the 200. That's all nice and dandy. However, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we are still battling. So just because of this nice move recently in natural gas, I wouldn't get too overly excited yet, and I would say that we are going to be kind of range bound between 2.94, let's call it 945, 2.95, excuse me, and then also near this 200, as well as this downtrend line here, which does coincide with this 200 period simple moving average. So watch those factors. Keep a close eye on things. If you're long, make sure you have your stop losses set in profit, hopefully. If you're short, you kind of, in my opinion, have a better edge as far as looking at that weekly time frame is concerned, but you'll be looking for this break below this trend line as well. If this does break, and I will give probably about a 60-65% probability that we are going to be heading down at some point in time further to this neckline around 2.58 or so. So that's just my personal perspective. That's what I'm kind of seeing in the market right now. I don't think that we're going to see a bullish cross of the 50 crossing the 200 here, despite the season and everything. It just seems like this formation is going to play out, and it's going to be a head and shoulders. If that breaks, folks, I mean, then we're going to be heading for some drastically lower prices. So we'll have to see what happens, but again, in the next couple weeks or so, I wouldn't be surprised to see these 2.55 start printing. So that's what I'm seeing in the grand scheme of things. I'll see you all on Sunday. I'm on Wall Street. This has been a presentation with thetradersperspective.com. Subscribe to the channel, comment below, send me an email if you have any further questions, or stop by the website for more information on member services. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a green rest of your week.